as well, right? Is my camera on? Can you see my camera? Can you tell me something that you can hear me? Can you hear me? Can anyone not hear me? I'm really not sure. Oh yeah, that's great. Can you see me? Can you see and can you hear me? I am doing two things at once. Like I'm on Zoom and I am on Instagram, so I'm kind of like confused. Very low tech. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm sure that we will have a very good time together, because today we're going to talk about IELTS Writing Task 2. In my opinion, I think you guys are most interested in IELTS Writing Task 2, right? So we're just going to wait for some more people to join, and then we will continue. Our topic of today's live is about Writing Task 2, in which I will help you guys generate ideas for one of the most recent actual IELTS Writing Task 2 that was like kind of reported by my client. So this topic has been repeated several times, and several of my clients have reported that they got this topic. And of course, like I have a list of recent topic on my website, so you can go on my website to check it out. It's under the section of IELTS tips. So if you can take a look very quickly at the website, you will see my the blog post basically. So if you guys can hear me, please just tell me that you can hear me, or you can see me, whatever. I have had a very bad experience before that I was talking and nobody could hear me for like 15 minutes. So I am a little bit worried right now. For your information, I am doing this on Instagram and on Zoom as well. So whichever way you feel more comfortable to join, feel free to join. So I would like to conduct this like a lesson. So if you can join me, you can interact with me when I ask questions, that would be great. So for Zoom people, can you please just unmute, because if we all speak at the same time, nobody will hear anything. So if you have any questions, just raise your hand and you just type your questions in the chat box. On Instagram as well, so I have a few people joining on Instagram here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I think that would be the best if you can put your question in this small button right here. You see, there is a button right here for question, so that I will not miss your answer. So our topic of today's lesson, let's call it a lesson, okay, is IELTS Writing Task 2, and I will be helping you guys generate some ideas for this particular topic. And I will also help you, figure out if this topic is actually, your ideas are actually relevant, actually good to use in your writing, because there is a big problem, in my opinion, that a lot of my clients actually also suffered from, is that you guys tend to think that IELTS Writing Task 2 is some sort of idea competition or something, so you don't feel comfortable generating ideas that in your opinion are not good. So I have to put it out right now in the beginning for you guys to understand that IELTS Writing Task 2 is simply an English exam. So it doesn't really matter if you have the greatest ideas in the world. It doesn't really matter if you cannot present your ideas in a way that people understand, or people here in the examiner to understand. It would be very, very bad for you. You will not get a very good band score. So the most important thing for you to do in IELTS Writing Task 2 is the ability to express your ideas and explain your ideas in a way that, first of all, logical, secondly, easy for people to understand. So put yourself in the examiner's shoes. If you read your essay and you don't understand what you're trying to say, this is even more difficult for the examiner to do. So try your best to explain in a way that the examiner does not have to read the second time in order to understand you. So in today's lesson, we are it's a little bit tough. In today's live session, we are going to discuss the ideas for one of the most recent actual IELTS writing task 2 that was reported by many of my clients. Right, so I'm going to share the task now, and I'm going to ask you to take a quick look at this task, okay? I'm going to share, just give me a minute, not minute, a few seconds only. So this is this. I move myself down here so people see. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, can read it very well. Can you tell me, like, thumbs up, or just type a thumbs up in your chat box? That would be, I would be very grateful. Right, can you see my screen both on Zoom and on Instagram? Can you see my screen? I say okay, people can see my screen. So our topic today is about education. So education is one of the most popular topics in IELTS writing task 2, and I'm not only talking about writing task 2, it's about writing task 1 as well. So you will receive this topic over and over again, even in your IELTS speaking. So I do have a list of vocabulary that you can use. It's free, it's on my website. So you go on the website, there's a section called free resources, and under that there is a section called free IELTS vocabulary collection. Okay, so I have a collection of vocabulary over there. So feel free to go after this session to check it out. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to type in your chat box and let me know. I will answer all the questions regarding the IELTS exam, and I will choose the questions that are related to IELTS writing task 2 first, and then I move on if we have time. So our session today will be 45 minutes. Okay, so shall we start? Are you ready? Ready to learn something new today? I hope. Okay, so our topic today, I will zoom it out. Okay. Our topic today is about education, and there are two opinions here. As you can see, this is a discussion essay. So some people say that we should invest money in hiring good teachers at schools, and some other people believe that we should spend more money purchasing better equipment for students. So your job is to discuss both of these views. Okay, you cannot leave out any views even if you don't agree with the views. Okay, you have to discuss both of these views, and you have to give your own opinion. So there are 3 options for you here. The first option is to agree with view 1, which is hiring more teachers, and the second option is to agree with view 2, which is buying new equipment, and the third option for you is to have a balanced view. And I am a big fan of balanced views. Okay, I will try my best to have a balanced views in every single discussion essay that I have to write, but you don't have to. It's just my style. All right, sometimes I do find myself having no other options, no other opinions, so I would go with my heart. For example, last week I was teaching my clients how to write an essay about investing money in space exploration, and I am totally against that. Okay, so I can't think of any ideas. So one piece of advice for you right now is to ask yourself whether you agree with any of the views or not. If you agree with one of the views, go ahead and do that. Okay, you don't have to follow other people's ways of writing. Okay, so I will give you about like 3 to 5 seconds to read this task again. Okay, and remember, this task has been reported by my clients, like quite a few clients. Okay, from from Southeast Asia, from the Middle East, and from Europe. Okay, so take a quick look at this task, and we are going to generate ideas for this task in a few seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna not say anything so you can read. Do excuse my drinking, talking too much. All right. Okay, so now you are kind of like used to. You read the topic and you know what you have to do, right? So you have to discuss both of these views and you have to give your opinion. So in this lesson again, in this session, live session, what I'm going to do is to give you a chance to argue for both ideas, for both views, okay? View number 1 and view number 2. And then I will also give you a chance to come up with your own balanced view, if you have any. I will also provide you with some ideas. So if you have if you like or if you feel like or you cannot come up with other ideas, feel free to steal my ideas, okay? But again, I am not asking you to copy the exact thing that I'm going to give you. I'm asking you to take a look at my ideas, keep them as references, and then if you cannot think of anything else, feel free to use my ideas, but in your own words, okay? So ideas are the same, words are different. I will also, during this session, announce something very nice with you guys, that I am having a great program for you to get free IELTS writing evaluation. So if you stay tuned with me in the next 40 minutes, you will know what I'm going to show you. Okay, so the next one I'm going to move, okay? So I'm going to share another screen here. Right. Now, as you can see, I'm a little bit bad at technology. So, okay, you can still see my face and you can see the screen, I hope. Okay, so now here we have the very first task for you guys is to answer this question. Okay, you put yourself in the shoes of someone who believes that school should hire more good teachers. So, why should schools hire more good teachers? What good does hiring more good teachers do for schools, for students, for society, for everyone in general? No, I do not live every day. I try my best to have a live session every Monday. So next week gonna be another live session about reading. Okay, and we will discuss a heading matching next week. Okay, so I will be very happy if you guys join me. So I'm gonna get back to to our topic today. So now we are discussing why school should hire more good teachers. Okay, you just give me one answer and type it in your chat box. Okay, type it in the chat box. I will help you first of all evaluate the idea whether it is relevant or not. Okay, just 1 or 2 sentences. That's it. And then I'm gonna help you correct your grammar and vocabulary, if any. Okay. Okay, we have an idea here. Good teachers inspire students to do their best in a subject. Very good. Very good. So we have the very first idea, which is, can I pin this? Pin comment. Yes. Yes, I pinned the comment. Okay, great. So we have one idea about, how is it like? Okay, we have one idea, which is good teachers can help inspire students to do their best. Okay. Now, so I'm just gonna spend 1 minute here talking to this person. Hi. With this brilliant idea, so inspiration that comes from teachers, I will help you change this sentence into a better sounding sentence, okay? AKA, I'm going to help you paraphrase your sentence. I would like you to think about the word inspire, okay? What is the noun of the word inspire? This question is for both Zoom and Instagram, okay? We have one word, which is inspire. I'm going to write it here. Inspire, okay? This word. I want you to give me the noun of this word. Okay, we have one chat box. I will get back to your answer very quickly, okay? What is the noun of the word inspire? Inspiration. Very good. Remember this word, the verb is inspire, but the noun is inspiration. 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 Okay, E, not ire anymore, okay? Very good. Now I would like you to use this word inspiration in your sentence. So instead of inspire, can you use this word inspiration in your sentence? Write the same sentence, same idea, but with the word inspiration. So the person over here, they wrote, good teachers inspire students to do their best in their studies, basically. So I would like them to use, and I would like you guys as well, if you have, the idea, to use the word inspiration in the sentence to make a very condensed and a very a better sounding sentence for IELTS writing. Can you do that? I'm going to give you like about 5 to 10 seconds, yeah? Use the word inspiration to write this sentence that I pinned over here. I'm going to write the sentence here for people. I'm going to write the sentence here, okay? Good teachers okay, so this is the original sentence, and I would like you guys to use the word inspiration to rephrase this sentence. If you can only. If you cannot, that's okay. That's fine. Totally okay with me. Can you... I'm just going to give you a few more seconds to write, okay? And on Zoom here, I have a brilliant idea as well. Another very good idea that we will discuss in a little bit. And for the record, I actually think about this. I'm going to write it down here, and I'm going to make a post later to summarize everything that we talk in this session, okay? I will stop saying lesson. Anyway. Okay, we have a sentence, inspiration comes. Okay, inspiration comes, okay, because inspiration is an uncountable word in this case. So inspiration comes from a good teacher who does his best to explain and simplify basics for his students, in which encourages the students to interact and learn in a better way. No problem, don't feel bad about it, it's fine. Okay, this is a little bit too long. I think that, we can make it a little bit shorter if you can. But it's okay, it's fine, it's still a very good thing. Good teachers are a source of inspiration for students to excel in. Okay, so remember this. Good teachers are a source of inspiration for students to excel in academic. Okay, now remember this. good teachers, plural, many teachers, okay, not one. So we have good teachers are sources of inspiration for students to excel in academics, okay? So the thing is that when we write, we sometimes don't focus so much on the basic grammar that makes us like prone to making grammar mistakes, and we lose points easily and in a silly way. So I would like you guys to take a look at basic grammar first before you're doing anything. So over here you have good teachers are sources of inspiration. Okay, now if you want to make it even better, you can change the word good. You can change the word teachers. Okay, what else can I use to replace the word teacher? What else? Yes, correct. We, as a main idea, we try to make the sentence brief and informative. Okay, that's a very good point. Thank you. Okay, so my question for you guys is that now something nice happening on Instagram, like, oh, that's cute. It's so nice. Very good. So we have the word educator. Yeah. So you can use the word educator to replace the word teacher in this context. Okay. We are talking about this context. We are not talking about random words. Okay. So yes, good teachers can be replaced by good educators. Yeah. And you can change the word good. Okay, like with so many different words. Just use your imagination, right? So good teachers, we have inspiration is the very first idea for the reasons why we should hire, or schools should hire more good teachers. Now we have here another idea. So someone says that good teachers are experts in their field, which means they can do what? If someone is an expert, for example, if schools hire more good teachers, they basically hire more experts in their field, in whatever fields that the experts are in. So what? What can an expert do? Can you give me some more information about this? Like, what can an expert do? I need a sentence that, not too long, not too short, using good grammar and good vocabulary to explain this to me. So you're saying that good teachers are experts in their field, so can you just give me like a very quick sentence that maybe, can help me a little bit to share subject content knowledge? Okay, that's very good. So I'm going to open the chat again. Okay, to share subject content knowledge. Okay, so he is like he has more experience in which he can simplify things. This is a very good point. This is a very good thinking. Okay, educator can inspire to acknowledge their new knowledge. We will get back to this. This is also another good idea. Now I'm gonna but I'm gonna share something that I got over here on Zoom. Okay, so someone says that an expert in the field, like if we hire more good teachers, we hire more experts in the field, and the experts can share subject content knowledge. What do you mean by subject content knowledge? In my opinion, no offense, okay? In my opinion, when I read this, I feel like you are throwing a bunch of words together. So together they are not wrong, but they don't make a lot of sense. And I would like to make you understand this, okay? When you write something, let's say when you write something on social media, and maybe you type something or you send a message to your friends on Messenger whatsoever, right? You need to deliver a message. You need to make the person who is gonna read your message understand what you're trying to say. So my idea here is, yes, we are not neglecting advanced vocabulary and advanced grammar, but we need to first deliver our message. So what do you mean by subject, content, knowledge? Can you explain that in a way that is easier for me to understand and it delivers whatever you are trying to say? So in my opinion, subject, content, knowledge is some sort of like a mixture of all the words put together. Together they are not wrong, but they don't deliver like a clear message. And if you don't make the examiner, again, very, very important, okay? If you don't make the examiner understand right from the very first read, you are failing, okay? You have to make sure that the examiner understands what you write right from the very first read. Don't make them read again. That's the very first thing that you need to do. Whether or not you are using advanced vocabulary and advanced grammar, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if they don't understand. Okay? Provide good resources that can be beneficial. Voila, very good. So we have an expert. We hire more schools, we hire more good teachers, so that the good teachers can be the expert in the field. The experts in the field can provide good resources that can be beneficial to the students. Okay, that is a very good point. Now, another very, very important point for you guys to understand, the main problem, the main obstacle that I have seen in my 11 years of teaching IELTS, and I've been teaching only on Instagram or something for the past 4 years, is that you guys are very generic, very general. You give the most general ideas ever. Okay, now if you want to break through from the 6 to the 6.5, yeah, okay, general ideas may do, but if you want to break through from 6.5 to 7, you need to be specific. Okay, you need to be very specific in your ideas as well. Not only in your vocabulary, you need to be very specific in the ideas, so that when I read this, not me, but like the examiner, when they read the sentence, they know for the fact that this sentence is about this topic. Okay, so over here we have an idea that an expert can provide good resources. What kind of resources? That can be beneficial to students. How beneficial? Okay, what kind of good resources are you talking about? And how beneficial can it be to the students? So if you can ask yourself, I have a technique. I think I shared this technique in one of my newsletters a few months ago. It's called define and describe. So when you write something, when you have, for example, a noun or a verb or an adjective, you need to define that. Okay, make it clear. What are you talking about? How is it done? Okay, define the word, and then you describe the word. If the word is already defined, you need to describe it. Over here we have provide good resources that can be beneficial to the students. I have two questions for you, okay? The first question, you are talking about good resources. What kind of good resources? What are they? Can you define? Can you add more words? Can you add more, another part of the sentence? I don't know, but can you make it clear to me? What kind of good resources are you talking about? And it can be beneficial to the students. How beneficial? Little bit or a lot? It's up to you, okay? It's your idea, so you need to develop on that. But it's a good idea. It's relevant. It's a very good idea. You just need to make it clearer. All right, so we get back to another idea here. We have yes, he, TSO number 4 said that educator can inspire to acknowledge their new knowledge to their students. Well, first of all, grammatically speaking, educators, okay? Another tip. I'm giving so many tips today. I hope you guys are noting down, okay? So when you write an IELTS writing task too, it is very, 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 very common that you're writing about a general topic, okay? About things, about people in general. So you are not talking about one educator. You're not talking about one teacher. You are talking about teachers, educators in general. So you need to put it in the plural form if the noun is a countable noun. Okay. In this case, educator is a countable noun. It has to be educators, plural. Can inspire. The rest I don't understand. The rest I don't understand what you are trying to say. So again, I hope that you guys are noting down everything that I'm saying right now, because I'm talking kind of like too fast. I'm so sorry. This is my habit, my very bad habit, speaking too fast. If I speak too fast and you don't understand, please tell me, okay? First of all, whatever you're writing, make it clear, make it concise, and make it specific. 3 things, okay? Make it clear. I need to read it and then understand right away. Make it concise. I do not need to think. I do not need to use my brain power to understand what you're trying to say. And make it specific. I need to know that this sentence is about the topic that we are talking about. Okay, 3 things, right? So if you are on my newsletter list, subscriber, you will receive these kind of tips every week. All right, so yes, he, TSO4, please, if you can rewrite your sentence, can explain what you're trying to say, I would appreciate it very much. All right, so anyone else has another idea that we can talk about here though? So we are talking about why schools should hire more good teachers. Maybe you don't agree with this. Maybe you don't agree that schools should spend more money on hiring good teachers, but we are having a discussion essay in which you need to discuss both of the views and give your opinion. So there is no way you can avoid this, okay? So try to think a little bit more. Do you have any other ideas before I can move on to the next? Nope. All right, so I'm gonna share my idea with you guys very, very quickly. If you want, you can take a screenshot, but don't have to, because I'm gonna share this one. Oh, where is it? Here. Okay. Right, I'm over here. Close this. Okay. This is my idea. I have, by the way, this is what I took from my one of the mini series that I include in my packages. I have packages for writing evaluations, in which I provide the guides, free guides. I will provide samples for free. I provide common mistakes for free, and this is also a part of it. Suggested ideas for different topics. Okay, so you will get this for free if you join any of my packages. All right, so this is my idea. I'm just sharing here with you. You don't have to screenshot or anything, because I'm going to share this as a post. So save the memory of your phone, okay? You don't have to screenshot or anything. The most important thing that I would like to do in this session is to provide you with a safe place so that you can learn something, so you can practice a little bit. Now over here, we are not judging each other over, how good your grammar is, how good your vocabulary is, and how, great your English is, okay? I will make sure that everyone is respectful, okay? If I see anything disrespectful happening here, I'm just gonna kick people out, okay? So don't worry about that. We are here in a safe place where you can practice, where you can learn something for free. So nobody can tell me that I haven't given anything for free, okay? The reason I'm talking about this is that I've been accused of being greedy, of not giving anything for free. I literally have a website for you to practice entirely for free. I paid money for that, So feel free to use my website, practice9.co, to get free practice tests. I have free tips. I have, as I mentioned before, a collection of vocabulary for you, free. Go there. I have free placement tests, okay? I have time doing this as well. So, too many. So, as I said in the beginning, I will review a program that I have been working on for like about 2 months now. So, during this live session, so I will review in a little bit. So now we are moving on to the next one, which is here. See, that's my bad. All right. Okay, so the next task for you is to put yourself again in the shoes of somebody who believes that schools should purchase better equipment for students, and ask yourself, why should schools do that? Why should schools get better equipment for students? Just give me a very short sentence or some keywords. That should be okay. I'm waiting. Okay, so I'm waiting. Why should schools get better equipment for students? For people who just joined on Instagram, this is a task that was repeated a lot of times, and quite a few of my clients reported getting this task. So what I am trying to do right now is to prepare you, for maybe in the next IELTS writing task too, you will get this. Yeah, feel free. When student. Okay, so we have here Yemen. I do not know what exactly you are trying to say. Can you just sum up in one sentence? One short one. What can getting better equipment do for students? Kind of thing. So better equipment means what? Yeah, you are trying to explain, right? What we are trying to do here is to have a sentence where you can basically express an idea, and then you can explain later. I need a main a topic sentence, basically, right? So we have another idea over here. Because students can utilize it, motivate them. Oh, that's good. You said maybe. Now again, I would like you to understand, okay, that there are no good or bad ideas. There are ideas that you can explain very well, and there are ideas that you cannot, right? So don't think less of yourself. Yes, so we have an idea on Zoom saying that the better equipment motivates student to study. So motivation, yes, we have motivation. Enhance learning experience among students. Very good. So we have enhancing learning experience. Very good. So we have here encourages out of the box thinking. Very good. So we should do out of the box like this. Okay, I'm trying to out of my bad. See, that's one person doing everything at once. The box thinking. Right. So this is what, okay? So it's out of the box thinking. Encourage out of the box thinking. Anybody has any other idea? And I will rank your idea I rank based on my ability to explain your idea, okay? And I'll tell you why I am doing that in a little bit. But just if anybody has some other ideas. So over here we have students can understand using materialistic methods rather than depending. I can't summarize this. So what do you mean? I need you to explain to me. So encouraging students to think out of the box, that's first. Motivate students to study, that's the second. And enhance learning experience, the third. Okay, we have develop technical skills for the future. Okay, very good idea. Okay, so I have 4 ideas so far. Okay, we'll think about other ideas as well, but calculation, geometric exercises in math, for example. This is an example. Calculation is an example. Okay, I need like general ideas. So example can be done like at the end of the paragraph. So you can learn from facilitated exercises such as through PowerPoint presentation. More of us can learn more than usual. Okay, so again, yes, he TSO4. I think you have 2 ideas in one part. And again, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell you how bad the internet has made you. Okay, now the internet and also a lot of people who have never taken the IELTS exam, who have never done anything related to the exam, is telling you that the more ideas you have, the better, and it is wrong. Okay, if you have a lot of ideas and you explain none of the ideas, you will not get a better band score than 5. Okay, so keep that in mind. So over here, yes, he TSO number 4. I think you have 2 ideas here. The main idea is to use. Student can learn from the technology. Again, how do they learn from technology? Explain, okay? How do they learn from technology? So the way you are saying is that I can learn from a teacher. How do I learn from my teachers? I need to explain that. I need to make it specific, okay? 3 rule, okay? We have be clear, be concise, and be specific. So be specific, okay? And then student can learn more than usual. Again, learn more than usual. How? How can student learn more than usual? That's my question for you. So we have here, very good. So we have here getting better equipment in schools can facilitate student learning by keeping them engaged. Very good. So we have engagement, increased engagement, and very good. So let me sum up a little bit. Oh, we have here have access to more learning resources. Very good. So more access to learning resources. My goodness, I have so many good ideas. People love technology. Aha! You guys don't like teachers or something. Nobody gave me any good ideas. Oh man, I mean, I didn't say it very well. You gave me some good ideas, but not this many. You like technologies. Okay, so I'm gonna rank all the ideas that I have got. So we have enhanced learning experience, we have encouragement, a motivation to study, we have encouragement, so engagement, increased engagement, you have learning resources, we have, what else we have, okay, develop technical skills, and we have thinking outside of the box idea. Okay, right. So if I had to choose one and only one idea for my essay, I would use enhanced learning experience. Now I'm telling you the reason again. I need you to understand that there are no good ideas and there are no bad ideas. Okay, there are ideas that you find easy to explain, and there are ideas that you find difficult to explain. So I actually made a video about that, but I've been very busy. I have not finished editing it. So when I finish, I will post, okay? I'm just going to tell you very quickly right now. Here's the thing. The reason I chose enhanced learning experience is because this idea to me is the easiest to explain, only to me, okay? Maybe to you it's different. Maybe to you it's your idea, the idea that you just gave me is the best to explain, and that's your point, okay? My point here is that I also came up with this same idea. That the very first thing that I can think of when I think about getting better equipment for students is the enhanced learning experience, okay? So for that reason, I would choose this because it's easier, the easiest for me to explain. Your ideas are different from mine. I will not force you to believe the same way that I believe or to write the same way that I write. So feel free to write whatever you want. But for me, this enhanced learning experience among students is the idea that I can explain. All right. So now I'm going to tell you something that because of the video that I haven't posted. I haven't finished editing actually. So when you have an idea, no matter how great the idea is, if you cannot explain this idea right away, like when you think about the idea and you cannot explain it right away, drop it. Your exam time is too little to spend on an idea that you can never explain. Okay, so my point here is, when you do brainstorming, I know that when you try to generate ideas for IELTS Writing Task 2, you tend to do brainstorming, and I love that process. I love it. I use it for my business, I use it for my writing, I use it for everything, okay? But when you brainstorm, you come up with ideas that sometimes too difficult for you to explain, too complicated, and too like, how do you explain it? The ideas that if you had to explain, it would take pages and pages, days and days to explain. Yourself, you don't even understand. So if you get those ideas, drop them right away. A good idea is the idea that when you think about it, you can immediately explain it. It is in your mind, your brain already. You can explain the ideas right away. That is a good idea. Okay? A bad idea is the idea that you cannot explain. Okay? So if you want me to classify or label good or bad idea, because I don't like to do that, but if you wanted me to do, I would say that ideas that you cannot explain are bad ideas, and ideas that you can explain right away are good ideas. So keep that in mind, and whenever you have an idea, ask yourself, am I able to explain it right away? If I just have like 2 minutes now, can I explain this idea in detail? If not, drop it and go for another idea. Okay? Save your time for something else. Again, IELTS is just an English exam. It's not an exam for you to showcase the best idea, the groundbreaking ideas. Okay? Save your time. So very good. Again, I would like to remind you that whenever you write anything in IELTS, and I think so in life in general, even in messages, make it clear, make it concise, and make it specific. Okay, 3 things that I always keep in mind whenever I write anything. Very good. Do you have any questions for me so far? I've been talking like crazy. So do you here? This is okay. Do you have any questions for me so far? No? Feeling like an influencer, asking, do you have any questions for me? I mean, IELTS questions, okay? Don't ask questions about my social life and private life. By the way, I would like to use this very brief moment with you guys over here to share with you that I have a donation, a fun GoFundMe link in my Instagram bio for a friend of mine who is Palestinian, evacuated from Gaza by the government of Qatar. He is desperately looking for funds to evacuate his family outside of Gaza. So if you want to help out someone today, make it him, okay? Make it my friend Bilal. And I don't want to make it political, but I am very much support the liberation of the Palestinian people, okay? So let's just move on to the next part of our show today. So you know that this is a discussion essay. I talked about this in the beginning of, at the beginning of this live session, that you have 3 options when you have a discussion essay like this. So the first option is to agree with view 1. The second option is to agree with view 2. And the third option is the option that I often opt for, but not necessarily you have to, okay? Is to have a balanced approach, okay? So I think that sometimes, most of the time, I can think of a balanced approach for any IELTS task 2 writing. However, sometimes I also struggle with having the balanced ideas. So if you cannot, or if you don't have any balanced ideas, that's totally fine. It's absolutely okay. As I said when I was discussing investments for space exploration, I hate that idea. So I do not agree with that idea at all. So I could not think of any good ideas, any balanced ideas for that. But if you can, feel free to do so. So follow your heart. If you agree with any of the views, do so. Okay? And we are going to maybe have a balanced approach here. So here it is. I'm going to share the next slide, okay? Please. Sorry. My bad. This is the one. Yeah. So what is the best approach for this situation? Can you think of? Can you think of anything that, in your opinion, is the best approach for this situation? Investing in good teachers, investing in, better equipment. What is the middle ground? Do you have any idea for the middle ground? Maybe it's difficult. Yeah, maybe it's difficult for you because you probably agree with investing in purchasing equipment. You guys like technologies, I know. I prefer hiring teachers though, but anyway. What is possibly the best approach? I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to, like make you believe the way that I believe, okay? I am trying to ask you to think so that you can come up with ideas, because our topic of today is to generate ideas. But okay, we have a very good idea here. We have blended approach. Can you explain what blended approach is? Here's the thing. I have a video about this. It's quite a long video actually. Not a very long, I think it's 3 to 4 minutes. I don't remember exactly, but I talked about this. Okay, so I assume that this term blended approach is an official term about education whatsoever, right? So I talked about this. It's okay. It's absolutely great to use official terms in your IELTS writing task too. But make sure you explain what you mean. So I have a lot of clients who are medical workers because they, of course, want to migrate. And some of them, they also want to migrate to the UK, so they also have to take IELTS academic, for example, okay? So, doctors, you go to the hospitals, right? They sometimes have like all the terms flying around and you don't understand what they are talking about because of the terms, okay? So if you are a doctor, a doctor, how are you going to make me, a non-medical profession, like a person has no foundation about medicine, to understand what you are trying to say? So when you use official terms, for example, cultural appropriation, misogyny, blended approach like this, what does it mean? Explain right away. And I know it's a little bit off topic. I also want to draw your attention here about the IELTS reading and IELTS listening. Don't worry about official terms in IELTS reading and IELTS listening, because whenever the term is mentioned, the explanation of the term will come right after that. So if you don't understand a term in IELTS reading, find the next line. You can find the definition in the next sentence or right after that. Same thing in listening. When you hear an official term, immediately after that term, there will be an explanation. Okay, so don't worry about that. Again, when you're writing, in your writing and in your speaking as well, if you want to use official terms, make sure that you explain right after you mention. So over here we have an idea about blended approach. What did I say? Approach. Approach. What do you mean by blended approach? Can you make it like clearer for people to understand and for us to understand what you mean by blended approach? So somebody say, oh, we have another idea here. Hiring good teachers, because not all students can depend on. Okay, very good. So we have someone who is in favor of hiring good teachers. rather than investing in better equipment. Good. Okay, so it seems like you guys are not a big fan of having so this is what this is what I prepared. Okay, so again, this is one of the ideas, the balanced ideas that I have come up with. Possibly not the best and possibly not as good as I wanted it to be, but again, I'm someone who would prefer to have a balanced idea. Okay, so what I think about this whole scenario in general is that I would like to hire more good teachers, but these teachers should be able to use or to make use of equipment. So I am in favor of hiring more good teachers, but these good teachers should be or must be able to make use of equipment, whether the equipment is old or new. That's my point of view. Here is a very, on the screen you can see this is a very generic idea. If you want to to copy, you don't have to screenshot or anything. Save your phone memory, because I'm going to post this one maybe tomorrow, or no, on Thursday. Maybe I'm going to I'm going to post maybe on Thursday. You don't have to screenshot. If you want to screenshot, feel free to screenshot now. This live is recorded and you can watch it, share it with your friend. I would appreciate it very much. For some reason, Instagram been like removing followers for me, and that's okay. It's fine. Again, this is a discussion essay. Whether or not you agree or disagree with any of the ideas of the views, you still have to discuss both of the ideas. So make sure that you understand this, okay? My writing style is that I will always try my best to have a balanced idea in which this happened. Okay, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, and that's fine. So we have gone through quite. I was planning to have this session for only 45 minutes, but I think we've been here for an hour now. I'm going to quickly tell you what I want to announce. So I have this one weekly writing challenge, and it's live now on my website. I will share with you guys the link. Wait a second, let me just check on my Instagram story. Okay, on my Instagram story, because for now I do not have the link here yet, and I don't know how to get out of this. So I'm gonna explain very quickly with you for you guys. So I am having this weekly writing challenge, and every week I will choose one winner to get free writing evaluations. So the winners don't have to be the best. I will choose randomly, so everybody will have the chance to win. Now, even if you don't win, you will get AI-powered writing evaluations. And of course, before I submit the evaluations, I will overlook the evaluations. I will check to make sure that the evaluations are accurate. So my idea is to, give you a platform where you can practice, where you can, do a little bit of practice, and you can submit a computer-based, and also if you are taking paper-based exam, you can, create PDF files and upload. Okay, entirely free. And I will choose a winner every week for free evaluations, and everyone will get AI evaluations. All right. I'm just trying to to develop the AI thing. I've been working on it for such a long time, but well, I'm getting very good results from AI. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm sorry I said that we would be having this session for 45 minutes, but it's been an hour already, and I haven't even finished yet. This live is recorded. You can watch anytime on my Instagram. The whole slide thingy I will post right now after the session on my Instagram story. The post will also be made and sent to my subscribe list this Thursday. Did you guys learn anything today? The first thing is very important. Did you learn anything today, or it was just very fun looking at like this woman talking? Did you learn anything today? Please tell me that you learned something today. So I'm happy. A reminder that next week I will have not next week, in 2 weeks, sorry, my bad, in 2 weeks I will have another session about reading, IELTS reading, and I will be talking about matching heading yes. Thank you so much. Somebody said that he learned something today. I am very happy. If you guys enjoy today's lesson, you know that you'll get even more than this if you join any of my packages. Okay, so the details, whatever, is all the details are on my website. But if you don't have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm sorry I cannot answer if I could be your girlfriend. I did get questions. About being somebody's girlfriend and my marital status and stuff. I will not answer those questions, but I promise you guys, if you have specific questions, I will always answer you. Okay, I have never ever not answered specific questions, but of course you need to be specific. Okay. So very good. Thank you so much. Somebody actually took notes. You need to be clear, you need to be concise, and you need to be specific in your writing. Okay. Thank you so much for do you know any application to know my English level? Unfortunately, I am not very equipped. I'm not very, I'm not an expert in learning English in general. I do have free placement test on my website, but that is mainly for grammar and vocabulary. If you want to take, you can go on my website. So there's a section called free resources, and under that there is a link for you to take placement tests, but mainly for grammar and vocabulary and some reading comprehension as well. But in my opinion, if you want to learn your level of English, you better contact say an English teacher. Yeah. I can't give you any learning English advice because I'm not an English teacher. I'm an IELTS trainer. Yeah, I train people for the IELTS exam, but I don't teach English in general. So if you want to do that, feel free to do so. You know that I am a non-native speaker, and I was not born learning speaking English. And I also advocate for fair treatment, and I advocate for the equality for both non-native and native teachers, qualified people. So I'm not a big fan of somebody who says, "Oh, I'm a native speaker, so I can teach you." You know what I mean? So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. And so sorry that I took an hour from your life instead of 45 minutes. I will see you in 2 weeks, and we will be discussing what is that? IELTS reading. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a good night. How do you get free evaluation? Now, the thing is, I will share the link to the challenge on my Instagram story right now after this. So feel free to go to my Instagram story to get the link. Go to the link, you will get all the instruction how to get this. And every week I will choose one winner for manual evaluations from me, and the rest of the submissions will get AI powered evaluations. Okay, so I will share the link right now. And again, thank you so much for joining me, and have a good night. I mean it's night over here, so have a good night. Bye. And Okay, I have to end this.